Hey Tex. Yeah, I got YouTube going now. Hoping this is a bit better, I guess. I don't know. I'm still like trying to figure it out. So, yep, Percy's still here. Hey, Grim, subscribed. Whoop. Now I'm up to like 14. I think that's 14 right there, Grim. It said Grim Draco. So, I would assume it would be Grim. But I guess everything is set up for Twitch. So it shows there's like 0 people watching, and like, I guess I should set up a different one for a YouTube screen, right? Nice. I was doing some work with the stability system on this guy. And steering control. Which is working out quite nicely. Probably should change the water cannon a bit, and we get farther spray. Because right now it's like straight when I look straight, so I need to add an offset so it's pointing up when I look straight. Using the pitchable propellers. Pretty stable. We're not doing backflips, so that's cool. Yeah, if it's too light, if it's in the heavy winds, maybe I have too many fins? Think that could be it? Because it just takes off like that nose. I got way too many fins in the nose, I think. Yeah, exactly. It's not upside down. I mean, it's not doing horrible. Trying to boat into the wind has always been tough. I think this is doing pretty good though. All things considered. I want to put more weight on it, but then it won't float. Like it's... Okay, that's weird. Maybe props lower? I don't know. That rockingness is getting to me. Wee! Hello, Master Disaster. Welcome in. How are we doing? We're just running through just a little bit of a shakedown on this boat. I just built it yesterday. Doing okay, tired? Is it the evening for you, or? There is active stabilization. Yeah. It just needs to be tuned a bit. I was wondering if I should get more speed out of it. 65 miles an hour. It's okay. It's okay. I thought about that too, but then it gets hard to sink. Or it gets hard to float. It starts sinking too much. You know what I mean? I really need to tune that stability system though. You're just rocking back and forth for no reason. Always more speed, yeah. Yeah, I was running it closer to 100 miles an hour. But at that, we were like really coming out of the water. Could do. I thought about hydrofoils. I don't think in this boat I'm gonna go that way though. It's already kind of done, you know. Hook up this throttle here. Amphibious rescue vehicle which stands on 4 subgrids. Nice. It's got like 4 hydrofoil things that come down. That's pretty cool. Double check the nodes, they're all hooked up. So roll needs to be kind of cut back. Stands on 4 tracks. Oh, amphibious vehicle has got tracks. Gotcha. Yeah. If you like, you could post it in the chat there. Not sure if I'll get to take a look at it today on the stream, but other people can look at it. Tex loves looking at creations on the workshop. Yeah, maybe. I think I'm just gonna throw a gyro in this thing. Okay, so that's a gyro. Let's see if I have the roll backwards. I got a 50-50 shot I hooked the roll up right. It's just so much better. I mean, like, you put it in, I mean, it just works, right? I almost need like yaw fins, so when it comes out of the water I can maintain my heading. Mock Jesus. Oop, wrong button. There we go. Hitting 80. But it's still like that nose just wants to come up. I have it where it pulls the throttle back when you use the steering. So it like if you wanted to steer a little bit, then it'll steer a little bit. But then if you hold it down, it'll just yeet ya. An extension at the nose. No, I actually have space in there. There's a fin up there. Yeah, I have a fluid meter. But the fluid meter right now is going to the fins up on top to try to like mash the whole boat down. But I think just keeping the nose on the water is probably a good idea. Alright. Let's go. Yeet. I mean, should I hook him up? I don't think I should hook him up to the... I think I should do like Tex was doing. And I'll hook him up to the altitude fins. Oops. One click is too much. Yeah. And then I think it might be so the liquid meter might be causing an oscillation. I think adding a little bit... Oh, that's not an enclosed area. I just made it look like one Viper. I just hide them away. What fins? Coffee break. I'll be right back, guys. I'm back with coffee. Let's see. So the gyro's working out better than the math equations I was trying to work out. So I think I'm gonna keep the gyro. It just ends up being a lot easier. All right. So I have a radar on it, but I'm not really using it. And I thought about adding a sonar. Now, not a whole lot of extra space in here for displays. We need to work on lighting. And the autopilot. Maybe we'll do some lights next? We already started on it. So those are the deck lights. Then those are gonna be the nav lights. And then I got spotlights. Do we do backwards spotlights? I kind of feel like that's a good idea. And then I'm gonna have to add a bunch of offsets. RGB, or like the composite offsets for these to move them around so they're not all facing weird, wonky directions. Mainly getting them to point down a little bit. Activate fire pump. Go around labeling things. I really don't like it when things are not labeled. It's funny how many things you could label in this game. But that's mainly for Lua to recognize it. Wonder if I could put some beds in here. Ducky's here. Beds to sleep off the weather? I think that's a good idea. Hey, thanks for the subscription. How are we doing today? Welcome in. I'm building a little bit of a sarboat here. Kind of finishing up a bit of a sarboat. Just wondering if I go super expensive on the radar. And just do like a big old HUD in front of you. It'll like point out where the boats are. Right? Is that not cool, or are we like over there? Let's see. Display, physics, sensor. Now, R2 is a forward-facing, R1 is the all-around scanning. So that's the one we'll do now. Four kilometers. I like it. R1. And then the activate. And then we need to turn on this screen. So from main systems, we'll go to the power switch. Okay. Let's see what happens. Flip. Nothing? Oh, yes, I'm a genius. Video nodes. There we go. Okay. Try it again. And flip. No, there is no back. The back button disappeared. I think I made it for a different screen, is why it's tricky. Yeah, that you can't see that. Where'd the music go? And that makes it super expensive. 41,000. It adds like $10,000 to the build. Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. We're gonna have to do a different kind of radar. Probably a dumber radar. What do I do? Yeah, I could use... Maybe I'll make the screen dual purpose? Let's see what happens if we look at it on that screen. Oh, of course. You can't look at it on that screen because it won't let you. We have to click on it. I think this is actually the screen it was made for. Let's spawn another one in and see if it can find itself. Oop. Wrong pair. And this is not really what I want. I mean, it should be. Huh. Oh. Yeah, it's not showing anybody though. See, like this one is finding them. It's the same radar. It gets like the fish sell point sometimes. But let's see if the boats... Yeah. Oh, wait. It's up in the corner. That's a weird thing. So... Let's see if this one is the same radar. Seems like it is. Yeah, okay. Radar's broken on that one. Well, Grim? Uh-oh. Geek Squad treating you right? Is that what you're saying? It just crashed again. What were you doing? What game were you playing? It wasn't Stormworks, was it? Oh, okay. Not even a quote-unquote glitchy kind of game, right? Like, that's kind of just a normal one, right? It doesn't take too much, right? They told you it was your motherboard. Okay. And it's like a driver, right? Like I've had so many issues, and it was a driver issue the whole time. The incompatible drivers. But that was just my case. I don't know about you, you know? Yeah, so I think it was like in my case, the drivers were using the same memory addresses. So, as soon as they would start building up, then they would go into like extra memory mode or something like that, and they were using the same extra memory, and whenever they went into that mode, then it would crash. Like, boop, crash. One program would run just fine, the other program would run just fine, but then as soon as you started, like you said, multiple things, that's when the programs like stepped on each other. Oh no! I mean, so Master Disaster, I've ran a CPU without a heatsink before. Not recommended, 100%, don't do it. I throttled it. I definitely throttled it. It burnt up. So I guess I should rephrase that. I attempted to run a computer without a heatsink. It ran for a little while. I was able to boot Windows. So that was kind of interesting, but that was about as far as it got. Oh. Well, Graham, every 3 years, I spend $3,000 and get a new computer. Yeah, and then you still have the same problem. You bought a new motherboard? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, if it's less than 2 years old, that's a little bit strange. Oh, the leaky radiator? Is that what it was? Or it was about to leak? Like frayed hose, you said? Yeah, but I think it's a driver issue, 100%. But how, I mean, what's your video card running? Like the temps? Well, that's all we really can do. You know, like... Should have had me come over and take a peek at it. Make me some food. Oil cooled? Good. So, I don't know about that whole... Oh. Yeah, I don't think it's a GPU issue, buddy. It's a driver issue, man. Like, you have drivers that need, like, try, I don't know. I was gonna say update all your drivers, but you probably already have. Like, I'm just telling you to do things you've already done, so... Like, roll back your driver? I don't know. I'd have to see kind of what you're running and how things are hooked up. It could even be a power issue. So that's another thing that I've come across. No, I get that. Yeah, I get that. Like, drivers keep themselves up to date pretty much. Like, it's... Yeah. When it happens, oh, you only lose the video. But, like, you could still use your keyboard? Like, your keyboard commands still work? But all your monitors go black. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, you're even talking in Discord. It just, your monitors go black. You can try older device drivers in the device manager. Driver tab, update driver, browse, and then let me pick. You have multiple monitors, right? Yeah. They were saying try unplugging monitors and just having one monitor run, or just having two monitors run. Then the other thing is to test your system RAM, is what he was saying. Test the RAM overnight to stress it with the best bootable test, memtest 86. Run crucial system scanner to check the RAM. You have to reseat your RAM? See, so some of the problems, you're seeing the symptoms with the display turning off. One of the problems could be that your GPU is trying to pull memory and the memory block is broken, and so it just kind of breaks the whole chain. And then other people say flash the BIOS. And then the other thing is that sometimes the power supply is not powerful enough. But reseating your RAM is kind of weird. Well, I mean, I don't know, Graham. I can't, you know, like I would stress test the RAM chips. Well, no. Graham, have you updated to the newest BIOS version? I guess have they updated it to the newest BIOS version? Because that's a thing. Like when you get a motherboard, it's been sitting on the shelf, you know, in packaging and shipping for like a year. So it's a year out of updates. And a lot of the times they come and they have like the version 1.0 on them, and now it's like version 16.0. When I build a computer, one of the first things that I do is flash the BIOS. Yeah.
I mean, I would hope they did that too. That was kind of one of the things that you do. Is like you flash the bio, you just make sure everything is up to date. Is one of the biggest things. Is when you put it together, you make sure everything's up to date. It's really the only way. Let's see. Kind of forgot where I was at. Oh yeah, that's right. Wrong microcontroller. I'm in this microcontroller. And we're spotlights. Maybe we'll do forward spots, side spots, and rear spots, or should I just put all the spotlights on one? Sure, Grim. Oh, gotcha. Yep, gotta feed the gremlins. So these will just be for the nav lights. And 1, 2, 3, left, red. RGB, RGB, RGB. So that's going to be red light, green light, white light. And so I've set it to channel 3. Spotlights are channel 3. Oh, I gotta change that. Do I just change it here? I'll just change it here. Inglorious Gamer, you think front and rear separate? What about side? Because I kind of have 3. So you're saying individual? kind of want more spotlights too. Yes, more spotlights. More music also. There we go. Right now I'm just turning them all on to see. Just to see what it is. Much better. But I think those two need to be down and out. This one needs to be down. And these ones need to be out. Probably do one more too for these front guys. You get an offset. You get an offset. Everybody gets an offset. Okay. Now, these guys. Yeet. Actually, I think I yeeted him the wrong way. Yeet. So it's pointing over there. He's good. Now, next, side spots, and we're going to go give it a little bit of a boost. And that should bring it down the wall. Yeah. I could dig it. And then these back ones, I think the back ones are gonna get double. So we're gonna bring it down. And we're gonna bring it out. I think that's good. I think that's pretty good. I mean, I might scooch it forward a little bit, actually. Oh yeah, flares is a must. Yeah, we'll be doing that. It's gonna be a little more than 4, but yeah. Let's see. So now these guys. So I want to bring them down just a little bit and then move them out just a hair. But those, so then these guys can go all the way. I need to get the deck lights and stuff working. Oh, the top ones are backwards. Change color. Spotlights don't. There's no RGB spotlights. Pretty lights. RGB spotlights would be kind of dope. Not gonna lie. There's like a lot of things that I feel like are just kind of missing. Like they have some things around it, but really needed it, like the thing in the middle, like pitchable propellers. Like there's huge ones and small ones, but not really medium-sized ones, you know? Actually, we're doing it this way. Alright, so take the player sensor and we put it to an up and down counter. And then a knot to the down. Enable the clamp to 1. And we'll change the increments to 0.005. Just see what that does. See how fast that is. And we'll just make them white for now. Now this one is going to be the deck lights, which are 13, 14, 15. And this one is going to start at, so this one is the interior light, which was 3 before that, so 10. So 10, 11, 12. No good. Oh yeah, that's right. It would probably be helpful if I hooked up the player sensors. Look at that nice soft glow. So the up and down counter will dim the RGB light on and off. Zoop. Now, if we don't want it to be white, let's change the colors. In order to change the colors, we're going to need function blocks. I want yellow. And I want to dim it down. And so yellow is going to be red and green. Equal parts of red and green make yellow. And I'm going to multiply it by 0.75 so that we can get maybe a dimmer yellow. Maybe even a little less. And so this one I'm gonna make gray. So the interior light will have gray. And see what that does. It lights up all the buttons, so I can see everything, but it's not super blinding because it's right there. So that's kind of good. In the fog, it's gonna kind of suck. I guess not. I guess not. Okay. So it goes 13, 14, 15, and then it just jumps to 19. Okay. So the deck lights are 19. I must only have the front ones hooked up. I love how you can see the lights from underneath the boat, like through the boat. It is bright. It's the fog. Definitely fog. It's a quarter. It's 25% power. But the problem is in the not the fog. Oh, I guess that's pretty good. Yeah, I need the fog mode. It could be automatic too, actually. How about we try that? Let's do it. So we'll add a number input. And we'll say humidity level. And we'll get some function blocks that have more inputs. And we'll come to there. And we'll go to there. So we'll say yellow. Alright. Now, we'll take the humidity level, and as the humidity level goes up, we're going to bring down our light level, okay? So X is going to be our main light level. And we're going to multiply it by 1 minus Z. And what that's going to do is when Z is 0, so when the humidity is nothing, we're going to get maximum X. So X times 1, because 1 minus 0 is 1. But when the humidity goes up, Z starts going up, so then 1 minus 1 is 0, so then X times 0 is 0. So as Z goes up, X goes down. So now, when I spawn it in and go stand on the deck, everything turns on really bright because I have the fog not even connected. Ooh, I almost made a mistake. Current fog and visible meteorological connections. There we go. So now as I move this bar up, nothing happens. Why does nothing happen? So that humidity level, humidity, because I said Z and it's actually Y. Simple, simple, simple. There you go, now they're off. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to see. So now, if we start moving the slider, that's pretty cool, actually. That's actually pretty cool. So it stays at the same glow. Marvelous. I'm glad I had tried that. So this works, but there needs to be a little bit of tweaking to my equation. So for one, it's a little bit too bright all the time. So I'm gonna say X times 0.75. So that's gonna give us a quarter power. And I'm also gonna clamp it. So that it's basically always going to be on at least just a little bit. And maybe my clamp is too much. Oh, yep, the clamp is not going to work. I mean, it's going to work, but... So when the fog is nothing, the lights are going to be super bright. And when the fog is full... they're going to go down to that instead of that. But I need to do something. Because the clamp is going to keep this number on all the time. We may have to just put a switch box in. Actually, if I get rid of the clamp And we multiply the humidity level by 0.99 so that it never goes to 1. Or I could set this to 1.1. Yeah, so now it turns off. And then they dim on. But it's full, so maybe 0.99 is... I don't know. How about we... I'm moving up in the world, Woken. How are you doing? Welcome in. We're having fun with math. Maybe 0.95. We'll give it 5%. But I also want to put it for the entry too. So that's in high fog mode. That's maximum fog mode. And then once we start moving down, they start brightening. And then once you come out of the fog, then they're all bright. They're maximum bright. That's pretty neat. I can dig it. So, all right, so that's pretty good. Oh, do the nav lights work? So I got the deck lights working, anti-fog working. Let's see, nav lights, no. You know, why you know working? Okay, so navigation lights 3. Now we're gonna come in here and we're gonna say 3 to the switch box. And I have a wow, yeah, great. Send a 0 to the lights and expect them to turn on. Let's try that again, shall we? Nav lights. Technically, you're not supposed to see them from behind, so that's a little disappointing, but it's Stormworks, right? I think maybe the side ones are pointing down a little too much. Oh, you know what it needs? You guys know what it needs?
Yeah, do it. More coffee. Almost. I'm down to like the last little bit. No, we need flashers. Can't be a SAR boat if you don't have like a light bar on there. Why their lights are just they're just dumb. Why is that like that? Why? It should just be the glass dome piece, not the whole block. I mean, do you see the LEDs that we have nowadays? Like, I can fit an LED anywhere. Like, literally anywhere I can lick and stick an LED. Like... I don't understand why we have to have a 1/4 meter block to hold our light. Like, the socket is dumb. Like, how do you do that? Okay, that was my rant. I do kind of want to toy around with some stuff, though. I have some ideas with these. Like, what happens? Kind of some what happens if questions. Ladders, yeah, exactly. We're gonna get into a disco here pretty soon. Disco party! I'm trying to figure out what kind of patterns I want for those flashers. Let's see, what else? I'll have to go look for it then. So we'll save this. And I'm gonna grab some more coffee. Be right back. I'm back. With coffee. Let's just do something kind of fun for now. Yeah, RGB. And we'll go chasing RGB lights 2.
Coffee. So we have 7 lights. I messed up. Kind of neat. Yeah, but that's not anywhere close to what I want. Well, I guess we're gonna write some stuff. We need a bit of Lua that we can flash channels on and off. Like Kit from Knight Rider? I could. But I would probably do that on a display. Who's Lua? On is going to equal get bool 1. So when we turn the red node on outside, our variable on will become true. Now, when it's true, what do we want it to do? I guess we won't even need the on draw. We're going to output some numbers. And we might as well set up a table kind of to handle. So we'll set up a table to handle everything. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. So we're going to output all of the numbers for the RGB lights. I mean, I guess we could just say we'll just get rid of that whole bit. So if input get below 1, so if we're on, we're gonna do a bunch of math. A bunch of math. A bunch of math. I think I want to set up a clamp function. So we're gonna need a timer. So t equals 0. Okay, so if we turn on, then we're going to start counting. And with this number, we're going to be able to change the value of the RGBs. So we'll do what, 0 to 6? TI times, no, that's not gonna work. We'll do 0, we'll do 1 to 7, and we'll have to say I minus 1. Times 3? Yeah, this is gonna be tricky. So let's try a little easy task. So if we're less than 120, then we're going to count up to 120. Nope, 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 nope. So this is going to be if up. This one's going to be if down. And it's going to be the same thing. Except it's going to be -1. And we'll indent because I like it. So now we're going to say if t is equal to 0, then up equals true, down equals false. If t is equal to 120, then down equals true, up equals false. And there we go. So this will oscillate up and down from 0 to 120. Well, it's doing what I wanted it to do. So, faster. Faster? Oh, that's not gonna work, is it? What am I trying to do? I'm trying to draw like their screens. Wow. So how do I... I'll probably have to come back to that. Yeah, just the fancy stuff, like the autopilot and the lighting. I don't know if I like the patches. Alright. Well, what else do we do to this? I mean, I obviously I gotta do the autopilot. Finish the lighting. But I think we're probably going to be ending it. I need to go. I think I've had too much coffee, honestly. I need to get some food. It's about lunchtime. Thanks for watching, guys. My YouTube debut. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.